Lewis, good to see you. It feels like this is a big weekend. Your first race for Ferrari in the USA. You've got the Met Gala on Monday. We know what you're wearing in the car. Can you tell us what you're wearing on Monday?
I don't even know, if I'm honest.
Really?
Not putting much thought to it.
Look, you're co-chair of the Met this year. Just how much have you enjoyed that experience?
Yeah, it's amazing working with Anna and her team, and yeah, it's been a privilege. I mean, to be able to continue to do stuff in fashion is fun, but Anna's been really understanding. I haven't had a lot of time to do a huge amount with it, but the work has been in drips over the past 2 years already with Anna, so yeah, excited for people to see it.
Well, Lewis, let's bring it on track. Now, it's been a little bit frustrating these last few races for you, but we've seen stints in races where the car and you have been really competitive. What is stopping you repeating that performance, those quick stints?
Many things, lots of different things. There's not one particular.
Is there anything we can talk about here, having been back to the factory?
Not particularly. I mean, when I joined Mercedes, the first 6 months was tough, getting attuned to working with new people. Obviously, the engineers that I'm working with now are used to setting up a car for a different driver and a different driving style, and I'm used to driving a car with a different driving style, and so it's just a combination of a bunch of different things.
Are you able to drive this car instinctively, or are you having to think consciously while you're in it?
I would say you're generally always a mixture of the two. But I'm definitely working hard to adjust to this one for sure.
All right. Well, what about this weekend in Miami? What can we expect from you and Ferrari?
No clue. We'll do the best we can, and yeah, we've not got upgrades or anything this weekend, but we continue to try and optimize the car. And obviously Charles in the last race did a fantastic job and showed what the car can do in a race. So the goal is to try to replicate that.
All right, good luck with that. Okay, thanks.
To Lewis, David Croft, Sky Sports. Hi, Lewis. Carlos Sainz has said today that you can't just show up at a team and be 2 or 3 tenths quicker. It's just not possible than your teammate who's there and established at the team. Is that true, or did we see in China with the sprint that you can do that and your car is probably more suited to the sprint at the moment than a Grand Prix? Just try and explain a little bit as to why that was so good in China, and is this weekend a plus for you given it's a sprint weekend?
Can't really explain it too much. I mean, in a sprint race, obviously there's not a huge amount of changes you make. I think the one thing to take from it is that we didn't make a lot of changes, if actually any changes, going from P1 to then quali. As where on all the other weekends we've been tinkering with the car and making it worse. So, yeah.
And on the subject of not turning up, and on the subject of you can't turn up and be 2 or 3 tenths quicker than your teammate, is that true, or do you think that is possible?
I mean, there's elements of that are true, but I mean, it's different for everyone. So.
All right, next one, Albert.
And does things a bit differently. Everything seems a bit bigger, more vibrant, brighter. What do you think makes it so cool to be back here in Miami and the way they do things?
I like it. I like that to have different energy and vibes wherever we go, and to have each races just feels different. And here in Miami, obviously, it's the American way, but I think it's cool. I like it, and that doesn't mean that racing is not as important, but there's a bit of show around, which I think is good for the spectators, and hopefully the show on track will just be as good.
Thank you very much. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.